Coming up this weekend, Albany FireWolves are hosting a women in sports panel.
Yeah.
March, of course, is Women's History Month. We had Women and Girls
in Sports Day early in the month.
Right.
The 4th?
The 5th or the 6th,
okay.
I think. Yeah. So anyway, all that comes together for a panel that Ash is going to moderate on Saturday night before the home game for the FireWolves, 5 to 6 p.m. at MVP Arena.
You can register for it to attend.
You register for it. It comes with a ticket to the game.
Free ticket.
That night as well. So I'm going to go to the panel.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you going to go to the game?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the game.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's nice of you to support me.
Well, it's not supposed to be snowing.
Yeah, that was last week. Was a little more rough.
And I'll push bedtime a little bit.
Okay.
To be able to go to the game.
I can appreciate that.
One of the panelists is Megan Grabowski, who is the Wolfpack dance team head coach.
Head coach / choreographer.
Correct. Exactly.
We like calling, I don't know if she would like to be called coach.
Uh-oh.
We like calling people head coaches.
I think she's the head coach.
It's a team. She's the coach. I know she
Yeah.
choreographs as well. We're going to ask her.
All right.
What she prefers.
Let's start with that compelling question.
Hi, Meg.
To start this
Hello.
interview. Are you a head coach, Meg?
I'm a head coach.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I prefer head coach over choreographer.
Okay.
How come?
Because you do more than just choreograph.
Exactly. You know, I find myself sometimes being like a mom figure to some of the girls. And choreography is great, but sometimes I pass it off to my assistant coach, Jenna Snide. She does a fantastic job. So we kind of balance the choreography part, but the head coach is I love it. It's great.
Jenna has been part of the Capital Region Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
the only 2
I bet you
years
she
it's
was
existed.
good.
She has put many, many, many people to shame.
Oh, well, including you.
Well, that's
last year.
That doesn't take much.
I know.
Meg, what does it mean to you to have the FireWolves kind of not back Women's History Month necessarily, but spotlight the women in the sports world? You're on the panel. There's another member of the FireWolves staff on the panel. We've got a member from the Adirondack Thunder coming to Albany to be part of this as well. What does it mean to be part of this organization that obviously is wants to put you all on the pedestal you deserve?
Means a lot. I think there's like a whole movement right now. I mean, I look at women's wrestling. I mean, that's taking a big turn to allowing young women to wrestle. It means a lot. I mean, I think these girls work really hard. I mean, I view dance as a sport. I mean, these girls are very physical. We practice every Monday from 7:30 to 10, and we've been practicing since September. So there's a lot of work, a lot of passion. And I think if you look at what, the players do in the game of lacrosse and what the girls are doing in the sport of dance, there's a lot of parallels. There's a lot of similarity. And so I think the fact that we're able to bring the passion of dance and entertainment, because when you go to a game, I mean, there's entertainment in the game itself, but there's also entertainment in between halves. Halftime, we dance between third and fourth. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for the entertainment component with dance to be involved in the game of lacrosse. Yeah, it's fun. It's a blast. And I'm so grateful that the NLL and a lot of the teams have dance teams. And so they're behind us 100% into bringing, women in sports into, the NLL.
Meg, you started in 2019, you were with the Empire as the head coach of that dance team. You've been with the FireWolves since year one, which was 2021. You and I kind of came in together with that team.
Yeah.
What has it been about this organization, this league, that has kept you coming back? Because the team has had highs and lows, but you're still here, and the girls are still here dancing, and you guys seem to enjoy it.
I love sports. I've been around sports my entire life. My father coached soccer and wrestling for 35 years. So it's just kind of instilled in me. And I think it's the passion of wanting to do better. I think it's wanting to get the community involved. I think community plays a big part in this sport, especially here in the Capital District, and as a league. So I think it's the involvement of the sport itself. It's the community. It's what we do, not in the game itself, not on Saturday nights. It's what we do throughout the rest of the year. That's really just kept me involved. I love it. It's great. It's a great organization. I love the FireWolves, the front office, the players, the coaches. Coach Clark, he loves the girls. He always is giving us high fives. So I think it's like the support all around. It's not separate, although we work separately. On game day, we all come together and make it happen. So, it's awesome.
I've seen you all at Dick's House of Sport doing some of those community events that you're talking about there. Not to steal any of your thunder and the wisdom you might share Saturday night on this panel, but what would you tell a young girl now who is getting more exposure to, women's success, which has always been there, but now more exposure to it in athletics and even the surrounding of the game itself?
I think it's never turning down an opportunity. It's continuing to explore, the people around you and having conversations. I think social media is fantastic. It can be used for good and bad. But when I was looking for jobs, social media really wasn't around. Not to age myself, but
same. Same.
Right. Okay.
We're on the same boat.
Great. So I think it's networking. It's having conversations. It's never turning down opportunity. I wouldn't have known about the Empire opportunity if it wasn't for a dear friend of mine who actually was approached about it. And she said, you know what? I don't really have the time for this. She said, but I'm going to pass this along to my friend Megan. And then that's how it was born. And so I just think it's like maintaining the relationships. I think it's never saying no to an opportunity. It might not be the best opportunity and you can move on from it or just pass it along. But I think it's just maintaining that openness of anything that comes your way, saying, yeah, I'll give it a shot and maintaining, that attitude. I think you just got to go for it.
Megan, you brought it up. It was one of your fellow friends, a female, who thought of you. And I think growing up, there are so many girls who there are cliques. And if you're not playing in the same sport, there become divisions. And whether you're academically here or there, how much do you as a head coach, even now as an adult, feel yourself still instilling the idea of like women empowering other women? It feels like it's becoming much more commonplace and that there's a little bit of a movement in that regard. But is that something that you find yourself preaching?
Yeah, I do, especially in like the dance world. I mean, I think it's pretty female dominated, and I've worked in male dominated careers before. And so I think that has helped me enter the workforce of being in the sports industry is usually it's male dominated. Right. And so I think when we have panels like we're about to be on, I'm excited to learn more about their background. How can they help me? How can I help them? And you just rally behind each other. I mean, I think, there's a lot I teach at a local studio and have for about 15 years, and there's a ton in this area. And if you don't back each other up, if you don't support one another, when you have, when I'm coming together to build a dance team of a collective group of girls that might have danced, or young women that might have danced in all of these different studios, you want to support one another because you can say, I have an opportunity for you. I might not have coached you directly when you were younger, but, come join our team. It's a collective group of women that, have a great background from the area.
Here's a look at that panel. Again, it's 5 to 6 o'clock Saturday night at MVP Arena. You register for the discussion, you get a free ticket to the game with it. You've got somebody from the FireWolves, like we mentioned, somebody from the Thunder, Philadelphia Wings will be represented as well, right?
And then college athletics, Katie Flatico played at Albany and is now at Iona.
I have to say, I'm so excited to meet Abby because talking about networking, when I was with the Empire, I went to Philly to meet the head dance team coach there during the AFL days. And she then ended up working with Abby because she entered into the NLL for the Wings when they had a dance team. So it's like all connected. That's so cool. It's so cool. I'm really excited to meet Abby face to face and be like, yeah, we have the commonality here.
Yeah, I love that. Well,
Meg, I know you teach. Do you ever get out and dance still? Like, do you?
On Mondays, if I'm choreographing, you might catch me at ABC Fitness if you want to peek in the windows there. But yeah, I try my best to try to stick with Pilates. Keeps me in shape for sure. But I move a little bit. I try my best.
Listen, your best is a lot better than ours.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt about it. Well, Meg, I'm looking forward to that conversation Saturday and the game, of course, at MVP Arena, 7 o'clock face-off, 5 o'clock for that Women in Sports panel. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
See you Saturday.
That'll be fun.
That'll be awesome.